O Lord, I put my life in your hands. It really is as simple as that. O Lord, I put my life into your hands. Greetings, everyone. Last weekend, I had to go to Phoenix for a baptism. I have a new goddaughter. And I don't know if you've ever been to Phoenix in April, but Phoenix in April is always warm and very, very sunny. I arrived on Thursday. It was 95 degrees, warm and sunny. On Friday, it was 100 degrees, warm and brilliantly sunny. Saturday, the day of the baptism, 103 degrees, brilliantly sunny. And Sunday, my last day in town, 108 degrees, brilliantly sunny. I went to the airport, got on a plane, and arrived in Boston Sunday afternoon at 4. It was dark and dismal and rainy. And I remember as the plane was coming down onto the runway, and indeed I could see that the windows were already covered with rain, I smiled and said to myself, well, into every life, a little rain must fall. Rain and sun, light and dark. In the readings, as you and I walk with the Lord by our side through the Easter season, there has been a bit of a shift in the readings. We've gone through the accounts of Easter. He has shared with us his Easter presence. We have walked the road to Emmaus with him. We have eaten fish with him. We have been in an upper room with him. We have been in a garden with him as Jesus shares with us the joy of his risen presence. But this week, there is a bit of a change. This week, a bit of rain can be seen in the readings. Stephen, the first martyr, being persecuted because of the relationship that he was so unafraid to exhibit. Stephen, standing in front of people who literally didn't want to hear. The reading reminds us they covered their ears. They didn't want to hear what Stephen had to share. Maybe they couldn't enter into the darkness if they listened. Maybe they couldn't do what they wanted to do if they listened. They wanted to stone him. They were angry. They were controlled by their anger. It was dark. It was dismal. It was sad. But Stephen faced it. He faced the storm in his own life. How? Lord, I put my life in your hands. The relationship that he had with Jesus was so real, so alive, so strong that he knew that he could face anything, and he did. My friends, the gospel this day reminds you and me that we too can do the same when we turn ourselves over to Jesus, who is constantly in the middle of our storms, in the middle of our Good Friday rainy periods, and we all have them. Life is filled with light and dark, ups and downs, yet he is the constant. He is the one that never changes. When we turn to him, allowing his word to touch our hearts, when we receive the Eucharist, the real bread of life, filling ourselves with his presence, we find that we can face anything. How's your life right now? A little stormy? A little darker than you would like? Do not be afraid. For if you have put your life in his hands, like Stephen before us, there's nothing that you can't face. There's no challenge that Jesus won't get you through. All it takes is the acknowledgement that we know he is there. All it takes is the acknowledgement that we realize that through the gift of the Paschal mystery, he shares with us death and resurrection. As Jesus was lifted high above the turmoil and the chaos of Good Friday, my friends, we can do the same. In him, through him, and with him, ever by our side.